Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through the essential maintenance procedure for gas chromatography system. Proper maintenance is critical for ensuring the accurate results, extending instrument life and minimizing downtime. This presentation will cover daily, weekly and periodic maintenance tasks that every GC operator should know. Now the gas chromatography maintenance is very essential because we need the optimal performance so that we are sure about our results and it is operating in smooth condition. So as I said, why maintenance matters? It is for accurate results and reproducible result, to extend the instrument lifespan, minimizes unexpected downtime and reduces operational cost and maintains regulatory compliance. Now let's start with daily maintenance checklist. So what you should do every day. First, always inspect your gas supply. Check that your carrier gas cylinders have adequate pressure, typically above 500 psi. Low gas pressure can cause flow rate variation and poor separations. Also verify that your gas lines have no visible leaks using a leak detector solution. Next is to examine the septum condition. Look at the septum for signs of wear, coring, or excessive punctures. A damaged septum can cause air leaks leading to baseline drift and poor detector response and noise. Most septa should be replaced after 50 to 100 injections, but this depends on your needle gauge and injection frequency. Check your detector baseline before starting your analysis. A stable baseline indicates that your system is ready. If you see excessive drift or noise, you'll need to investigate further before running samples. This could indicate contamination, leaks, or detector issues. Finally, you need to review your chromatogram. Look for changes in retention time, peak shapes, or response factor. Early detection of problems can prevent from more serious down the line. Now moving to weekly task. You should inspect and clean the injection port liner regularly. The liner can accumulate non-volatile residues from your sample, leading to peak tailing and active sites that affect your analyte. Remove the liner, inspect it for discoloration or buildup, and either clean it up with appropriate solvents or replace it with if it is heavily contaminated. Second is to check your column connections at both inlet and detector end. Loose connection cause leaks and poor chromatography. If you're using ferrules, inspect them for proper sitting and replace if they appear deformed or damaged. Third is examine your autosampler components. Clean the syringe barrel and check that the needle isn't bent or blocked. Verify that the injection mechanism is operating smoothly without sticking or hesitation. Fourth is to review your gas filters and traps. Most systems have inlet filters for the carrier gas and detector gases. These protect your column and detector from contamination. Check the manufacturer's recommendation, but most filters should be inspected weekly and replaced when they change color or after a specified time period. Now let's discuss monthly and longer term maintenance procedures. Once a month, you should perform a thorough leak check. Use electronic leak detectors or soap solution to check all connections, including the injection port, detector, and column fittings. Even small leaks can dramatically affect your results and waste expensive carrier gas. Second is inspect your column condition. If you're seeing peak tailing, ghost peak, or loss of resolution, your column may be contaminated or degraded. You can often rejuvenate a column by trimming off the first meter at the inlet end where most contamination accumulates, then reinstalling it with a new ferrule. Clean your detector according to its type. For flame ionization detector, remove and clean the collector electrode and jet tip. Carbon buildup here will reduce sensitivity. For thermal conductivity detectors, inspect the filaments and clean the detector cell. For electron capture detectors, handle with appropriate safety precautions due to radioactive source. The last one is software updates. Check your instrument firmware and software for updates. Manufacturers regularly release updates that improve performance and fix bugs. Keep your system current to take advantage of these improvements. Now moving to quarterly or annual maintenance. Now preventive replacement schedule can be in every 6 to 12 months. It depends on the usage. Schedule can be more intensive. This includes replacing major consumable like septa, liners, column before they fail. It's better to replace these items on a schedule than to have them fail during critical analysis. Consider having your instrument professionally serviced annually. A qualified technician can perform tasks like replacing detector O-rings, calibrating flow controllers, checking electrical connections, and running comprehensive diagnostic tests that can go beyond routine use or maintenance. Keep detailed maintenance log. Document every task you perform, including dates, parts replaced, and any problems that were encountered. This helps you identify patterns, predict when consumable needs replacement, and troubleshoot issues when they arise. Let me briefly touch on troubleshooting. Now, if you're experiencing baseline noise, the common causes include contaminated carrier gas, detector contamination, or column bleed at high temperature. The solutions can be check gas filters and clean the detector. Second is retention time shifts. So the possible causes could be flow or temperature variation. So the solution would be here, calibrate your oven and check the flow rate. Third is if you're seeing ghost peak in your chromatogram. This mainly happens if there is any contamination in inlet port or system contamination. So the solution to this would be clean the inlet and put the column to bake out. Fourth one is peak tailing. Now poor peak shapes usually point to injection port issues or column degradation or improper method parameters. So you need to replace your liner or trim your column so that this peak tailing issue is solved. So the best practices to have as an analyst is to have a proactive approach. Schedule maintenance before problem occurs. Replace your consumables on time. Don't wait for failures. Quality control checks. Run system suitability tests daily. Use quality control standards and monitor blank injections. Training and documentation. You need to train all operators properly. Follow manufacturer's guideline and keep SOPs updated. And whenever you're troubleshooting any problem, the first thing you do is, after the problem is detected, check for recent maintenance logs. Perform basic checks like gas, leaks, and baseline. Inspect your consumables like septa, liner, column. Run diagnostic test. and you need to consult manufacturer's support. And whatever solution is obtained, you need to document it. Now, if you maintain gas chromatography, it would not cost you a lot. But if there is poor maintenance, there is failed analysis and reruns. Instrument downtime increases, expensive emergency repairs and lost productivity. And if you do regular maintenance of gas chromatography, it would lead to consistent data quality, extended equipment life, reduced repair cost, and improved lab efficiency. In summary, maintaining your gas chromatograph doesn't have to be complicated, but it does require consistency and attention to detail. Daily checks of gas supplies, SEPTA, and baseline take just a few minutes but prevent major problems. Weekly cleaning of liners and checking connections keep your system performing optimally. Monthly leak checks and periodic replacement of consumables ensure long-term reliability. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. The time you invest in maintenance is far less than the time lost to troubleshooting problems and repeating failed analysis. So, treat your GC well and it will provide you with years of reliable and high quality data. Thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions regarding GC maintenance, please do drop it in the comment section. And like this video if you found it useful, and subscribe to our channel for more analytical chemistry content. Thank you.